Good morning and good evening. Duterte also for President Duterte. Do the right thing, be safe, and God bless. It was so cool. I just was watching the speech of our president in Russia in Moscow, and every time I see him and every time I see him close to our Filipino people, our OFWs, is really one of the best feelings you can have and you can see. And also about our Filipino people, how the reaction of them towards our president and also our president towards our people, our Filipino people. So this is amazing feeling, and even myself is like every time I see that, it makes my hairs, you know, lift up. You'll have those kind of chicken, how do we call it? Chicken thing feeling. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. What I'm saying. So I just like that, and I like the way our president always treat our Filipino people, and when he goes and see them, and most of everywhere in the world. And the only thing is, I would like also to see him and all kind of stuff. He will be over here in UK. That will be one of the best things. Would love to attend that, and I'm not sure if our president will ever come to the UK or things like that. I do hope he does. I do hope he comes and visits us also over here in the UK. And you know, it just that would be really really amazing because we have so many Filipinos over here in UK. It's just unbelievable. It's gonna be a huge meeting, and I do think all the Filipinos in UK is gonna stop working that day just to go and see our president, and I do think I'll be one of them actually, and I would be proud of that, to go and see him, to go and see his speech, and just to see him in person. So he's one of my best dreams also, and one of my best hopes. I will see our president either on the Philippines or over here in UK or somewhere. Doesn't matter what. I just know I'm gonna meet our president. So probably in Davao. Who knows it? Because I would like to visit Davao. Is looks a nice place, and that's something I also would like to do. But yeah, that's just seeing him in Moscow and things like that. That would be great. He was in Hong Kong a while ago, and we have hundreds of thousands of Filipinos in Hong Kong. So that was a huge thing. Also, Moscow the same thing, and I do hope next you'll be UK. So I hope our president or our uh, senators who's around our president also think about come and visit, London, because also we're waiting for you. We're waiting for President Duterte to also come into London and visit, our Filipino people here. And it's not only that. I would like him to visit also JLB in Ellis Court, because this is the first JLB ever. It has been opened over here in UK, and this Jollibee has been opened over here in UK because of President Duterte. If it wasn't for our President Duterte, we'll never open a Jollibee over here in London at all. But for the first time in history of our Filipino people and country, we have a Jollibee in UK because of our President Duterte. So I just want to remind our Filipino people, you know, this is something big. This is not really something, silly or something stupid or anything like that, because nobody ever done that except our President Duterte. Many things never happen in our country in the Philippines because nobody ever done that. Only President Duterte did. And in him in power, since he has been, our country, Philippines, is completely just, you know, a different place, completely a different place, a different country, people, changing, and He's good in some things, and I don't like in some other things because I like tradition. I would love us to continue keeping our tradition, and I will also would like to keep us also the jeepneys, like not to be out for the road completely, but restore it or something to do that and continue with that. And everything, thank God for President Duterte. So since he has been in president, it's one of my best things. I follow him. I listen to him. I just commentary about our president Duterte, and you know, it's just about passion. It's about caring. It's about loving what you care for and your own country. Being proud to be a Filipino and being proud to look after your own country and to improve it and to stop all the dirt and drugs and killing and everything our country did have. I'm proud of that, and for that, and then seeing our president visiting countries and OFWs and stuff like that is just one of the amazing parts. So this is what I wanted to say and things like this. But for the final decision of, I would like our President Duterte to be visiting UK, and I do hope he comes in soon. I know he might not be this year because he's always busy and things like that. But I do hope by next year, sometime next year, our President Duterte comes to UK and visit us. When he becomes a president in the Philippines, I know he had a letter coming from the Queen over here in UK inviting him to visit, London. So this it was from the Queen. He had a letter from the Queen inviting Mr. President Duterte to visit London. So the only thing is, I don't know, until now he hasn't come to UK. I know he has been busy organizing everything, country, and doing deals with the other countries and so on and so on. And his 6 years is not even enough to accomplish, most of a lot of things he needs to be continuously done. But for the terms he has been in it for already 3 years, he has been in it. He has done so well, and he has been amazing president, which others never reach, not even one little bit of a dirt on his shoes in 40 to 50 years. Any kind of president from Marcos and upwards, nobody ever achieve anything like this president achieved in 3 years. This is so amazing, and this is what I want to say to our Filipino people. We should be very proud and look up to him, and he will be never forgotten in history, and you will always live in memories of people, and you will never die. So this is brilliant. And to close it off, Russia was great. Maybe I need to look into Russia. I just have been always scared to visit Russia because Russia is quite a bit dangerous and is a bit scary to go into Russia, and depends what places you go into Russia. So I'm a bit scared to go to Russia. I like it, it looks nice and things like that, but now saying this, we have a community of Filipinos in Russia, in Moscow, kind of, but it's still a bit, a bit dangerous going into Russia. So that's why I have been always afraid to go into Russia. But our president visiting our Filipino in Russia, so that's something, that's really cool to visit. Yeah, maybe one day, who knows. But for now, I just want to close it and say thank you to our president, and I would love our president one day to visit UK. And I know if he was going to visit UK, I know he's going to visit Jollibee. I haven't been in Jollibee yet since it has opened in October 20. I just arrived from the Philippines on the 19 October 2018 from the Philippines. And then, as I was coming into work, Jollibee, it was the first time opening Ellis Court. And it was packed. It was queues of Filipinos to go into day and night to go into Jollibee. It was amazing. But all this because of our President Duterte. For now, the 30 power also for President Duterte. Do the right thing, be safe, and God bless. Take care. Bye bye.